Okay, if you paid attention to the last problem I did, we kind of relied upon what we've done in the past, which is solve one of the equations for a letter, plug in the other one, and manipulate. But now I'm going to try to do what I did in the problem number 3, where I try to use the zero product rule. Not that it's going to be successful, but I have suspicions about it. All right. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a multiple of the first equation and a multiple of the second equation where the constant would disappear, become 0, because I want to use the zero product rule. So looking at it, I'm going to say 7. Let me take a look at this more carefully too. And put this over here. Let me write 16 down. And 16 is going to be 4 times 4, right? I know you can certainly factor more than that. And 28 is 4 times 7. So I'm going to need to multiply the top equation by 7 and the bottom equation by 4. And let's see what happens if I do that. Let me get my eraser out. Let's hope for the best. And what do you get there? Well, you get 28x squared minus 7xy minus 7y squared is equal to, well, let's take a look. And this is where I might test my LCM skills, least common multiple. That's going to be minus 70 and 42, which is minus 112. Let's do the bottom. That's going to be 12xy. I'm multiplying by 4, by the way. 4y squared. And 4 times 28, let's see, 80 and 32, 112. Well, that's the point of it. I want it to get a 0, see if I can factor it now. Now, granted, that could be in a nightmare scenario where this doesn't really help me at all. Let's see, 28x squared, and then you're going to get what? You get 5xy, right? And then what do you get? You get minus 3y squared equals 0. All right, so I'm hoping this is going to work out pretty nicely. And no guarantees, by the way. I'm going to say 3y and y. Not much choice in that. And I'm going to say, I think 4 and 7. Right, so 4x and 7x plus minus. I'm going to see if that works, by the way. So you get 28x squared. That worked beautifully. You get 12 minus 7. Well, that's certainly 5. Yep, it worked. So lo and behold, I get something that's pretty simple. I get 4x is equal to y on the first factor. And the second factor, what do I get? I get 7x is equal to minus 3y. Or I could say, let's see, 7 minus 7/3 over x is equal to y. Now, I got to be honest with you, looking at this over here, I'm thinking this might be the easiest guy to go for first, right? That's what I'm thinking, this guy right over here. The question is, what are you going to do with that? I got to plug it in somewhere. And I think this is probably the easiest place to plug it in. So let's plug it in, all right? So what do? I put this down. So you get 3x, and what's y? It's 4x. Plus y squared, right? That's 16x squared, isn't it? And that equals 28. Let's hope for the best. Well, 3 times 4 is 12. 12 and 16 is 28x squared. Well, this is very simple. X here is plus or minus 1. So I'm going to write the answer down. So if x is 1, what's y? It would be 4. If x is minus 1, what's y? It would be minus 4. These are 2 answers now. All right? Let's do the other one. And I'm done with this one. So I'm going to erase this. I'm done with this. By the way, even if I made a mistake, I'm done with it. And I'm done with this. I'm moving on to the next one. All right, what's next going to be? I got to plug it in, don't I? Where am I going to plug it in? Well, where I think it's the easiest. So let's take a look. It's going to be 3x. Again, we're plugging it in here. What's y? Minus 7/3 x plus y squared, which is 49 x squared over 9 equals 28. This is more difficult, no doubt about it. So what do you get over here? You get minus 7 x squared. The 3's cancel, right? And then you get 49 x squared over 9 equals 28. Well, I'm going to have to do something with this, aren't I? So I'm going to say, I'm going to combine these two terms over here. And that's going to be what? Minus 63. And I have to add 49, right? That's going to be 14. Minus 14, isn't it? Let me make sure I did that right. 63. Yeah, minus 14 over 9 x squared equals 28. Don't be alarmed. I'm going to keep moving forward. What do you get over here? Well, you're going to get x squared is equal to, looks like minus 18. And that means x is equal plus or minus the square root of minus 18, which is going to be 3i root 2. I'm going to write that down for you. So 3i root 2, comma, and minus 3i root 2, comma. And now I want to get the y by using this equation over here. And what's it going to give you? The 3's cancel, so you get minus 7i root 2. And over here, you're going to get 7i root 2. I'm going to put a box on these answers too. They're complex. We're not going to see those in the graph. Let's see if we did okay. All right? Let's see, did we get the 1, 4? Did I get the minus 1, minus 4? Yeah. Did I get the 3i root 2 minus 7i root 2? Yes. Did I get the minus 3i root 2, 7i root 2? Yes. I want to just point out both methods are listed for you, and I go through both. We also want to look at the graph, and the graph is going to be a graph of the real solutions over here. Again, I want to just get my ruler out and emphasize that I'm looking at the x-coordinates. Looks like a 1. Y is 4. I want to point out we did have that solution right there. And the other one, minus 1, minus 4. Whoops, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I get my little tough time working this thing. Minus 1, minus 4. Completely visualized solution there. I think it's important you start to visualize your answers on a graph. What's providing this graph to us? A machine does. Thank you.